It doesn't take a scientist to know that society can collapse in a heartbeat. And when that happens, it'll leave all of us on our own with no help coming. No police, no military, no nothing. And in these moments, a dependable firearm can make all the difference in defending our home and the people we care about the most. But how do we figure out which guns will truly carry us through chaos and help us stand strong when the world goes dark? That's what this video is for. Today we'll look at 8 firearms that should be on your radar if you want to prepare for any crisis scenario. Every SHTF plan includes water, food, and basic supplies. But firearms are often the linchpin that ensures you can defend your stockpile and hunt for fresh protein sources. Reliability, ammo availability, and overall versatility should drive your decision-making process. The best guns for these situations have proven themselves under harsh conditions, run without complaint, and are found in common calibers, so you can scavenge ammunition if your cash runs low. Now, it's also important to keep in mind that the right firearm can vary from person to person. Some folks want maximum power at close range, while others prioritize capacity or low recoil. That's exactly why we've lined up options that adapt to different roles: home defense, hunting, and everyday carry, covering a wide spectrum of personal preferences. None of these guns here will break the bank or let you down. But just a quick reminder, having the right hardware is only one piece of the puzzle. Training and mindset complete the picture for genuine preparedness in uncertain times. With that out of the way, let's get to it. Number 1. Browning BLR Lightweight 81 Takedown. When it comes to long guns meant for a total collapse scenario, the Browning BLR Lightweight 81 Takedown is a serious contender. It's a lever-action rifle with a twist. It uses detachable box magazines instead of the traditional tubular magazine. That means faster reloads and easier handling of pointed bullets, which is great if you're running cartridges like .308 Winchester or .6.5 Creedmoor. Either option gives you just enough firepower to bring down large game and provides excellent range, which could be invaluable if you're securing a homestead in open terrain. This rifle breaks down into 2 pieces for compact storage, making it a worthwhile choice if you're on the move or need to stow it quickly. The lever-action design is rugged, straightforward to operate, and time-tested. Plus, the BLR features a rotating bolt head, akin to many modern rifles, so it can handle higher pressures without sacrificing reliability. That's a must in SHTF situations, when your gun must work no matter the conditions. The BLR's main downside is that it's heavier than many AR-style rifles, and you'll have a slower rate of fire than a semi-auto. However, if you're looking for a high-powered weapon capable of taking down deer, elk, or hostile threats at considerable distances, this rifle has your back. Pair it with a good scope, and you've got a potent tool for everything from hunting to perimeter defense. Some folks also appreciate its classic mechanical simplicity, which reduces reliance on specialized parts. All in all, if you want the reliability of lever action, but also modern magazine-fed convenience, the Browning BLR Takedown is tough to beat. Number 2. Mossberg 500 Remington 870. For raw versatility in a meltdown scenario, a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun remains king, and both the Mossberg 500 and Remington 870 are prime examples. Each design has decades of proven performance behind it, so you can trust it when life depends on pulling the trigger. From birdshot for small game, to buckshot for home defense, to slugs for larger threats, 12-gauge shells can handle nearly any situation. When society crumbles, you'll want a firearm that's simple and robust. Pump actions keep jams to a minimum, and both the Mossberg and Remington can function even in dirty, dusty, or wet conditions. Because these models are so popular, finding spare parts or scavenging barrels and stocks might be easier than you think. Plus, shotguns can be adapted with extended magazine tubes, side saddles, or rail systems without breaking the bank. One downside is their limited effective range. Beyond about 50 yards, you'll likely want something else for accuracy. Reloading can also be slow, especially under pressure. However, inside a home, A pump-action shotgun is a fearsome defensive option that's hard to ignore. You can even switch barrels for hunting waterfowl or deer, making these guns truly flexible. Their adaptability and widespread ammo availability make them must-have options for any serious SHTF plan. By the way, if this video is giving you some good ideas for your survival loadout, please hit that like button, share it with your fellow freedom-loving friends, subscribe, and click the bell icon so we can keep talking about practical ways to stay prepared. Next up, number 3, KelTec SU-16. When carryability is a top priority, but you still need a rifle caliber weapon, the KelTec SU-16 in 5.56-223 is a solid choice. This lightweight semi-automatic carbine sports a polymer design that folds neatly for transport, so you can slip it into a backpack or behind a truck seat without much hassle. While it might feel somewhat flimsy compared to a classic AR-15, the trade-off is a rifle that's easy to carry over long distances. Chambered in one of the most popular calibers around, the SU-16 uses standard AR-15 magazines. That's a huge advantage in a world where scrounging for ammo and mags is likely. It also comes with a built-in bipod formed from the folding forend, handy for stabilizing shots if you need to pick off varmints for dinner or hold a defensive position. Some folks might worry about long-term durability, especially if you're planning to run thousands of rounds through it. Realistically, in a total breakdown scenario, you might not have the luxury of constant target practice. The SU-16 can handle moderate use just fine, especially if you keep it clean. With an effective range comparable to any 5.56 firearm, it's suitable for home defense or controlling threats out to a couple hundred yards. If you need something that stashes easily and doesn't weigh you down, the KelTec SU-16 is worth a look. It might not replace a high-end AR in your safe, but in a bug-out situation, you'll appreciate how light and compact this rifle can be. Number 4, KelTec Sub 2000. Sometimes you need a firearm that bridges the gap between a pistol and a rifle. That's where the KelTec Sub 2000 excels. It's a pistol caliber carbine that folds in half for maximum carryability. Because it's available in 9mm, you gain the convenience of using the same ammo as your sidearm, especially if you're running a Glock 19, which we'll talk about later. One of its more appealing features is its ability to accept Glock magazines, meaning you can share mags between pistol and carbine. When folded, the Sub 2000 is extremely compact, making it an excellent backup or trunk gun. In an SHTF scenario, it's ideal if you need to keep a low profile or relocate quickly. It ranges up to about 100 yards. The Sub 2000 outperforms a typical handgun due to the longer barrel, which improves velocity and accuracy. It's not perfect, of course. The folding mechanism can be finicky if it gets banged around, and you won't have the same ballistic power you'd get from rifle calibers. However, 9mm is widely available and easier to manage for recoil-sensitive shooters. Plus, if you're traveling light, carrying a single cartridge for both carbine and pistol is a huge logistics advantage. Accessories are fairly limited, but you can add optics or a small rail if needed. Just be careful not to block the fold. If you're looking for a versatile, space-saving firearm that pairs seamlessly with a Glock sidearm, the Sub 2000 is hard to ignore in a world gone mad. Number 5, Smith & Wesson Performance Center 327 TRR8. For revolver aficionados, or anyone who wants a handgun that doesn't rely on magazines, the Smith & Wesson Performance Center 327 TRR8 delivers serious capabilities. Chambered in .357 Magnum, it also handles .38 Special for lighter recoil and training. This model features an 8-round cylinder, which is impressive capacity for a wheel gun, and is designed to accept moon clips for quick reloads. Rails on the top and under the barrel let you mount a red dot, light, or laser. This can be especially beneficial if you plan on using the revolver for defensive purposes in low light conditions. The frame is scandium alloy, keeping weight down while maintaining durability. Sure, a full steel revolver might absorb recoil better, but the TRR8's lightweight allows it to be holstered for much longer. Some folks might question the practicality of a revolver in a potential firefight, but there are merits. A wheel gun doesn't jam in the traditional sense, and you can leave it loaded indefinitely without worrying about magazine springs. In a long-term survival situation where magazines might wear out or get lost, that's a plus. If you're concerned about concealed carry, the TRR-8 is bigger than many snub-nosed revolvers. However, with some creativity, like a shoulder rig or a bag, it's manageable. The .357 Magnum round is proven for both defense and medium-sized game hunting. When you add that 8th round of capacity and the potential for rapid reloads, you have a revolver that can handle plenty of tasks, from home defense to guard duty at your bug-out location. Number 6. Glock 20 Gen 5 MOS. Anyone who spent time in bear country or hunts medium to large game knows the value of the 10mm cartridge. The Glock 20 Gen 5 MOS takes that potent round and packages it in a reliable, widely recognized platform. With a 15+1 capacity, you have enough firepower to tackle multiple threats or to put down aggressive wildlife if necessary. Glocks are celebrated for their reliability, and the Gen 5 MOS variant steps it up by including an optics-ready slide. You can attach a red dot for faster target acquisition, which is a big advantage in high-pressure situations. Additionally, Glock's modular backstraps let you tailor the grip to your hand size, while the ambidextrous slide stop works for both left and right-handed shooters. Compared to a 9mm Glock, you'll notice a sharper recoil with 10mm. Still, many shooters find it manageable, especially if you practice a proper stance and grip. The payoff is having a sidearm that can put down threats more effectively, which is crucial in wilderness settings or if you simply want extra punch in an urban meltdown. Ammo can be pricier and slightly harder to find than 9mm, but that's the trade-off for raw power. For those of us who value a do-everything handgun, self-defense, hunting backup, or home protection, the Glock 20 in 10mm is a top pick. You benefit from Glock's legendary durability, plus the ballistic advantage of a formidable cartridge. Throw in the fact that Glock parts and magazines are ubiquitous, and you have a pistol that's easy to maintain in post-collapse conditions. Number 7. Glock 19. If there's a single handgun that consistently earns a place in any survival discussion, it's the Glock 19. Chambered in 9mm, this compact yet high-capacity pistol is valued for its balance of size, weight, and reliability. With 15+1 rounds on tap and compatibility with Glock 17 or extended magazines, you have considerable firepower in a platform that's easy to conceal or wear openly. One of the greatest advantages of the Glock 19 is the availability of parts and accessories. In a full-scale breakdown, finding replacements or scavenging gear is more feasible when you own one of the most popular handguns on Earth. Plus, 9mm ammo is typically more common and budget-friendly than bigger calibers. That means you can train more without draining your wallet, and in an actual crisis, your odds of locating extra ammo increase significantly. This pistol is known for handling a variety of conditions: dirt, mud, water, while still firing reliably. Its simplicity of operation and minimal required maintenance are a big plus for less experienced shooters who need a straightforward design that won't fail under pressure. Although some folks prefer fancier triggers or steel frames, the Glock 19 delivers consistent performance day in and day out. Sure, the 9mm may not be the ultimate round if you're worried about bears or extremely tough adversaries, but in most urban or suburban scenarios, it's more than adequate. If you only have one handgun in your survival kit, the Glock 19 is a safe, logical choice that has earned its reputation in countless real-world situations. Number 8. Ruger 1022. Rounding out our list is a classic, the Ruger 1022 in .22 long rifle. This rifle is hands down one of the most important tools you can have if you anticipate living off the land or needing to conserve precious resources. The low recoil, lightweight design, and inexpensive ammunition make it perfect for small game hunting, pest control, and even basic defensive roles if it's all you have on hand. The 1022's rotary magazine is a marvel of reliability, and the platform itself is legendary among shooters. You can customize everything from barrels to stocks to triggers, which means you can tailor it to your specific needs. In a collapse situation, having a rifle that can pop squirrels, rabbits, and other critters for food at minimal noise levels and cost is a massive benefit. You won't burn through high-powered ammo that's harder to replace, and you won't scare off every living creature within a mile when you take a shot. Of course, it lacks the stopping power to handle large predators or multiple attackers. However, it can still serve as a deterrent. Most potential threats don't want to risk getting shot at all, even with a .22 LR. And if you're worried about ammo supplies, you can stockpile thousands of .22 rounds without breaking the bank or straining your back. For training new shooters, teaching your family marksmanship, or simply putting small game on the dinner table, the Ruger 10/22 remains a gold standard in simplicity and reliability. That's the essential staple in any SHTF arsenal. And that wraps up our rundown of 8 essential firearms for times when everything falls apart. Each option offers unique benefits, whether you're hunting, defending your homestead, or bugging out. The key is to pick firearms that match your environment, skill level, and comfort with recoil. Of course, gear alone doesn't solve every problem. Your best assets are training, mindset, and situational awareness. If this video was helpful in any way, please share, like, subscribe, and click on the bell icon for more of these videos. Thanks for watching, stay prepared, and remember, staying armed means staying free.